in our own time, is Trump a Caesar? Well, I want to argue that the reason that the left calls him that is because he does have the dimensions of a Caesar, somewhat like Lincoln. Here's a line from Shakespeare as Julius Caesar, and this is Cassius talking about Caesar. He goes, "Why, man, he doth bestride the narrow world like a colossus." In other words, Caesar is just this huge, larger-than-life figure, and it seems like everything revolves around this guy. What is he doing? People are for him or against him, but it's really all about Caesar. And Cassius says that compared to Caesar, the rest of us are like these little mini, we're like these Lilliputians. He calls them petty men who walk under his huge legs. This is, I think, part of what's going on with Trump. Trump is a larger-than-life figure. He has the capabilities to a point of being a Caesar, but my argument is that he doesn't want to be one. Now, the left says that Trump will become one if he is given a second chance. And this is, by the way, also what the conspirators against Caesar say about Caesar. In fact, interestingly, in Shakespeare's Julius Caesar, Caesar hasn't done anything tyrannical. And yet, here's one of the conspirators, a guy named Flavius. "These growing feathers plucked from Caesar's wing will make him fly an ordinary pitch, who else would soar above the view of men and keep us all in servile fearfulness." What's he saying? He's saying, hey, listen, Caesar's like this big bird. We need to pull his feathers out right now because that'll keep him from flying too high. And Brutus kind of takes the same approach. He goes, he would be crowned. How that might change his nature, there's the question. It is the bright day that brings forth the adder, meaning the snake, and that craves weary walking. Brutus is saying basically, Caesar hasn't become a tyrant, but he could be. He could become one. And that's kind of what the left is saying about Trump. Don't give him the chance because he will be a dictator. Well, here's the problem with that line of analysis. Trump was in power. Trump actually had the opportunity to become a dictator, but he didn't, right? Debbie makes this point. She goes, if Trump was a dictator, he was like the worst dictator in the history of the world. He didn't control the police agencies of his own government. He didn't rig his own elections. Dictators are not used to losing elections and having to move out of office. Trump, of course, believes he won, but a dictator who believes he won wouldn't leave. Trump did leave. So the evidence is that Trump didn't go after his political opponents. He didn't try to assassinate Hillary. He didn't try to indict her or lock her up. So the point is that the dictatorial threat is coming from the other side.